Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Pastor Roberto Bruno here from the Central Apostolic Church in San Jose, coming to you from my home office in San Francisco. God bless you. I pray that you are well and that this video finds you well and that you've had a wonderful week in your life with your family or your job or just whatever brings you joy and peace. You know, if you serve the Lord for any length of time, you know that we have our ups and our downs, and most of the time, at least for me, feels like a fight. And we know that God is constantly with us. In the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 7, Moses has just died, and Joshua is fixing to take the people of Israel into the land that God had promised them 40 years prior. And I don't know if you know the story or not, but those are some big shoes that Joshua had to fill coming in after Moses. And this is what the Lord tells him in Joshua in verse 1-7. Actually, verses 1 through 9, but chapter 1, verse 7. He says, "Be strong and courageous. Be careful to do according to all the law of Moses. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may have success wherever you go." Now, if you're not familiar with the verses, here God is basically saying, look, Joshua, you are who you are. God has created you the way you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be Joshua. You're not supposed to be Moses. You're supposed to be Joshua. And you're going to be doing stuff that Moses has never done before. You're going into the promised land. You're going to do and see and experience things that Moses never has. Why? Because you're Joshua. You're Joshua. And I just want to encourage you that we don't have to fear the inadequacies that we have, that people, sometimes even our families, are more than happy to point out. We don't have to fear our inadequacies. God's created us. He has made us a certain way. Yeah? A plan for our life. And people and the enemy and all the things that we were told about ourselves and our shortcomings are always going to be these monkeys on our back. Yeah? And the thing is that those inadequacies don't have a place in the plan of God. And I just want you to be encouraged and even be courageous and strong in Him, because the Lord is with us. And we need to, as Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, that we should trust in the Lord with all of our might. Yeah? And lean not unto our own understandings. You know, our own understanding is going to focus on our inadequacies. But God is saying here, let's trust Him. Let's believe in Him. In that Joshua 1:7, it's talking about following the law of Moses, this, that, and the other. For us, it's following Jesus and trusting Him. Because if Joshua thought about, man, I'm not Moses, I can't do this. If he focused on all the what ifs, he would have just been derailed. He would have never left the desert. Never. But the Lord gives us instruction. The Lord wants us to focus on Him and His provisions. Fear is not a factor, my beloved, in our Christian lives, though so many of us are paralyzed by fear. And it doesn't even come from the Lord. The enemy uses fear. Why? Because if we're fearful, we won't move forward. We will stay in our little world where we control and micromanage every little thing. That's not what God has for us. God has us to step out, to step out, to step out. God made each and every one of us so unique, and He placed us into our circumstances. He didn't create the problems. but he has placed us where we are and who we are. I just want you to be encouraged. Be encouraged. We're not some foreigner on some planet somewhere that we don't know what to do. No, God has planned who we are, and we're in the circumstances for a purpose. And it's his responsibility to lead us into the victory. It's not us leading ourselves in the victory. We don't have power of the spiritual realm, the things that we battle, right? Didn't Paul say we don't battle against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities? We can't do that on our own, with our own fearfulness, our own control freakiness, our own tiny... No, my beloved. No. Our victories are planned. It's all about, are we going to walk in them? Because it's only him that gives us the success. It's only him. It's him. So let's not be like so many others. Let's live to our true selves, our true potential that God's designed us for. He didn't design our inadequacies. That's from the sin nature, and that's from sinful people telling us that we're stupid, or we'll never amount to anything, or you're a loser, or you can't do this because you're a girl, or you're this color. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'm tired of hearing that same song. No, the song we should be hearing, the words we should be hearing, is what he told Joshua. Be strong and courageous. Yeah? And let's walk according to the Lord. Because the success, the victory belongs to us. It belongs to us. Right? Romans 8:28. Yeah, we know it. All things work together for the good. All things work together. If we trust God, if we believe God, if we walk in the victory that's ours. The Bible doesn't say, hey, brother, hey, sister, create your own victory. No, we walk in the victory that God has given us. And yes, we're sinful. And yes, we'll fall flat on our faces. And yes, we have problems that are beyond our own control. Yes, all of those things are true. But that doesn't detract from the great God that we live and that we love, and that more so loves us. That loves us. Joshua wasn't Moses, but Joshua accomplished things that Moses could never do. And what about you? Huh? What about you? You and your calling, you and your life, you and your ministry, you and your thing. What are you accomplishing? What does God have for you to succeed in? What victory waits for you? But we will never see it if we micromanage and live in the tiny little box that's so safe. No. We face our fears. We walk into it. We walk towards the giant, yeah? Or as David did, ran towards the giant because he knew who his God is. Do you know who your God is, my friend? Do you know who your God is? Is it just the God of the church of a little speaking in tongues in church and a little hooting and hollering to the praise team? Not being sarcastic. Just want you to be encouraged. Just want to challenge you to focus on the true God that overcomes all things. Be encouraged, my friend. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you're a Centrillian, hope to see you at church. Love to serve and worship with you, side by side with you. It's such a delight for me. If not, if you go to your church, go enjoy the fellowship. Enjoy the fellowship. God bless you, and Lord willing, we'll see you soon.